I want to reiterate was that net profit margins for the leader in an advertisement industry is very high. Say for example, in the print industry, a leader commands 20 to 30% premium in the advertisement charges over the other peers. So being a leader in all the states which is present, we expect its advertisement revenues to be even higher. So we project the net profit margin from the low teens currently to about 20% in 4 years time. Now, in order to do the detailed financial analysis, the most important thing for shareholders is return on equity. So we are probably looking into three important metrics. That is the net profit margin. We do a DuPont analysis. We are looking at the net profit margins. We are looking at the sales turnover, and also we are looking at the debt to asset to debt. So if you see, the main thing which unlocks the value in the future will be a net profit margins. Net profit margins are mainly increased because we increase the advertisement revenues, which are currently around 63% of the total revenues, to go to around 72% in 2017. So any increase in 1% increase in the advertisement revenues correspondingly adds to 1% increase in the PAT also, because the cost will not commensurately increase. So that is a significant upside we see here. And also once the revenues increase, we also see a modest increase in the sales utilization also. If we talk about assets in the newsprint industry, we not only talk about the machinery and all the things which are present. The circulation base which you have, the circulation base which you have built over the years is also your asset. Because you have incurred a lot of losses in increasing your circulation revenue. You lose around 2 to 3 rupees per piece of paper you sell. So these are all the significant asset base which the company has. So keeping in mind all these things, we assume that the company is not going to have any significant capex in the future, but they have significant dividends from the assets they already invested in, which is the customers and the readership. And so that's why you see if you look at the DuPont analysis, the company has a lot of value which can be unlocked in the future. Now let us look at the valuation part. We have used three valuation approaches for this company. We use the comparable valuation, and also we have done the DCF valuation. If you look at the comparables, really there are very less comparables in the asset base, the primary drivers, which is the primary revenue drivers of the company. We see lot less number of comparables because all the English papers we can't compare because they have very high P/E ratios because their revenue breakup is different. So we come up with DB Corp and HUMCL as the possible competitors. And if you see the prime 12-month EPS, we get a target price of 113 rupees. And if you see the forward historical PE approach, we get 149 rupees as the target price. Now let us go into the DCF valuation model. In DCF valuation model, we assume a growth rate of 8% for next 8 years, and then we assume a terminal growth rate of 3%. So this is a Gordon growth model. And similarly, the risk-free rate and the market risk premium are given there. So going there, we get a 1-year target price of 111 rupees, which is lowest among the 3 different approaches we have used. Hence, we have given a buy recommendation. And other assumptions which we have used for these are, we assume around 70 to 80 crores of capex in the next 3 to 4 years, which is as per the company's guidance. And also we assume that there is a significant increase in the working capital, because as we know, if we get more revenues from advertisement, the typical debtor cycle increases. And there are also a number of bad debts which are increasing, typically in the Indian advertisement industry. So for example, from circulation revenue, the average debtor is 20 to 40 days. For the advertisement revenue, it is 40 to 60 days. And so going by all these three approaches, we get a minimum of leverage which is 1 level, which is still at 29% upside. And then the most important thing in the news industry is the risks. So the risks are one of the primary factors of our drivers is the GDP growth. So any decrease in the GDP growth will significantly affect our analysis. And also the most important thing is, as we see, these are all the model analysis and sensitivity analysis. The most important thing which we want to concentrate on the risk is that, as we see worldwide, the print industry is on a decline. So we can say that India, as a developing country, will follow its Western pace in 10 years time from now. And hence we can say that from 10 to 15 years from now, the newspaper industry in India can see a significant decline. So going into that, we took an assumption that in 12 years the company will be wounded up. And similarly, we have done an analysis impact analysis. Within the 10 to 12 years the company is wounded up, what will be the impact on the company? We assume that the company will be sold at the 50% of the book value, which is present at the end of the 12 years. And we have done a DCF analysis. And then there is still a 11 to 12% upside with a 101 rupees as the target price. So this is the value we see even if the company, there is a slowdown in the technology. And then we see the INR depreciation. Any depreciation can also add to the risk.
The first question, if in 12 years the newspaper industry goes out of business,
yes,
and the company is wound up,
okay,
who will buy this at 50% of book value?
Well,